Evening. After the previous driver arrived with 2 November 38 from Richmond, you're in charge of taking the unit back to the depot at Willesden. Depart at 2035 and press F1 for your briefing. Okay, so F and neutral. We set the AWS. Take a look up ahead is displaying a single yellow speck, so turn off the DRA. Look outside. Put the destination to depot because it is going back to Willesden depot where it's allocated to. Go to the rear cab, put the destination to depot as well. Don't need to do that. Go back to the front cab. This scenario was called 5 Mike 95 2035 Stratford to Willesden. So evening, start up the train here at Stratford before heading empty down to Willesden. You'll be following behind a couple of trains, so watch out for those signal aspects. So this scenario is set in 2010. You know, just before the 313s were withdrawn and replaced with 378s. So timings are as follows: Stratford depart at 2035, Canonbury pass at 2052, Camden Road pass at 2100, Gospel Oak pass at 2104, Castle Green pass at 2118, and Willesden Junction low level. I set up the scenario so you don't have to leave at 2148, you just leave whenever you're ready. You can depart Willesden Junction low level when you're finished changing ends. You may also need to consult the manual for changing power. Because going from the North London line to Willesden low level, you need to change power from AC to DC. It's very straightforward. So departing Stratford Regional, speed limit is 15 miles an hour and you have 11 miles to Willesden. Yeah, Stratford to Willesden is 10 miles. Well, if you look at the map, you would think it's a lot longer than that, but no, it's really short. So yeah, looking at the map, so we're over here in Stratford. And we're going over here to Willesden. So if you look at the map, it looks really big, but it's really not, because Stratford on the right and Willesden on the left is 10 miles. So yeah, it's not very far, it's just very compact. So along on the left went to Liverpool Street on the Great Eastern Main Line. We go right towards the North London line. Also, the building on the left is for the 2012 London Olympics. Even though this scenario is set in 2010, so that wouldn't really be in there. Just imagine it's not. Speed limit is going up to 40 miles an hour. I think the line to the right is Temple Mills Depot, I think. I'm not really sure. I'm not really that familiar with this part of London. The 378 was going from Richmond to Stratford. So that scenario is set in 2010, back when the 378s were formed of 3 coaches, and also number 3780XX instead of 3782XX. So 378s, they were originally 3 coaches, then extended to 4, then extended to 5. Yeah, I really do need to focus on signals and focus on the signals more and not just talk about random bollocks. So that was Hackney Wick. So we've got Stratford, Hackney Wick, Homerton, Hackney Central, Dalston Kingsland, Canonbury, Highbury Islington. Sorry. Highbury Islington, Caledonian Road and Barnsbury, Camden Road, Kentish Town West, Gospel Oak, and a bunch of others that I don't remember the name of. Yeah, I'm recording this on a Sunday, and it looks like I'm recording this on a Sunday, and it looks like trains aren't running past Camden Road. Because I'm looking at 2 Golf 17 1101, Stratford to Camden Road. I think there might be like engineering work or something. Come on, change. Oh, stop. Come on, stop, please. You fucker. I come to a stop and you change. Bastard. So gently approaching this danger aspect. So in front of us is a tree of sheds going back to Wembley, and then in front of that is a stopping train to Richmond. So back in 2010, trains ran from Richmond to Stratford and Willesden to Clapham. So we don't. So look, from what I can understand from the working timetable from summer 2010, trains didn't run from Clapham to Stratford. They ran from Clapham to Willesden. Then you would have to change for a different train to Stratford. So yeah, the North London line. I think today it has Stratford to Richmond, Stratford to Clapham, and freight. Mainly container trains going from North London to East London. So yeah, it's a very busy line. Yeah, I'm not sure if the overgrounds know 710s operate on the North London line. I know that the Theatre needs to. They've been here for like 12 years. The car 278 entered service in 2009 and it's now 2021. I think this is Homerton, I think. So you can see the danger aspect, which is now going to be yellow. So yeah, the 313 is in ex-Silverlink London Overground livery. Very nice. I think we're coming up on Canonbury. We'll join the South London line from Dalston and Clapham. Of course, in 2010, trains through Clapham High Street were operated by Southern and not the Overground. So Southern used to run trains from London Victoria to London Bridge via Denmark Hill, which is now the London Overground from Clapham to Highbury Islington via Denmark Hill. There's a PEP from Richmond to Stratford to November 14. Now coming up on Dalston Kingsland. So the line on the left is from Dalston Junction and Surrey Quays. So back in 2010, trains didn't run the street because it was still under construction. So trains ran from Crystal Palace to Dalston Junction and no further. So I assume we'd have to walk a few meters. Unless there was like a dedicated walkway from Dalston Junction to Dalston Kingsland. Of course today you could just change at Canonbury or Highbury Islington. So coming up on Highbury and Islington, changed for a bunch of different trains. What's the speed limit? 40. So just crawl up to the danger aspect very slowly. So next stage retrospect is just up ahead. Which is now clear to be yellow. I think the next one is literally just at the junction, just before Caledonian Road and Barnsbury. Oh no, it's just at Highbury Islington. I thought Canonbury and Hackney Wick were a lot closer together. Yeah, it's a very stop start kind of scenario. Oh yeah, by the time the scenario finishes, it will be night time. So we get to see how the station is lit up. So the next signal is here, literally on the junction. Like, whose idea was this? Fucking signal. This is Caledonian Road and Barnsbury. We are directly above HS1 onto St Pancras. As it makes its way towards Stratford International. So I'll start slowing down for the dangerous space, which is now clear to waiting on yellow. These are late from Richmond to Stratford to November 16. fuck's sake! It's like when you're driving a car, you go to a traffic light and it immediately changes. The left train is from sorry. The left train is from the East Coast Main Line and High Speed 1. Take a look outside. Yeah, the pepper looks very nice in the Silverlink. Okay, next station will be Camden Road. Yeah, I think people need to do more night stuff because you get because if you do it at night, you can see the route in a different light, literally. Yeah. So I'm meant to pass Camden Road Junction, pass at 2100. It's cool, about 4 minutes early. Nice. So on to the left goes towards the West Coast Main Line via Primrose Hill. I think there used to be a station at Primrose Hill, but today it's just a freight line. I think it might also be used for ECS. We go right towards Gottblock and the North London line. This is Kentish Town West. So if you want to download this for yourself, a link to ATS will be in the description, where you will be able to download this for yourself and play it. Well, assuming you have all the requirements, which for this scenario, they're not really a lot. Just slowing down for the danger aspects. Okay, next station will be Gospel Oak, where we'll join the line from Barking. There's also a 20 miles an hour speed limit through here as well. So yeah, if you have like an air debris plunger, I think you'd be getting a lot of use out of it. I think every single signal on the scenario is not green. Also on the right is an ex-Silverlink London Overground 150 with a train to Barking. And soon that 150 would have been replaced with 172, which would then be replaced with 378, which would have then been replaced by a 710. The speed limit is going up to 45. So yeah, not too fast from Willesden, so we've got about 4 miles left. About 1 million stations. Yeah, more people need to do more on the North London line. I looked on an ATS and it seems very underused. This is Hampstead Park, I think. Probably. I don't know, the annotation will tell you which one it is. (378) from Richmond to Stratford to November 18. This is the cab light. Nothing much. Okay, now approaching Finchley Road and Frognal station. Yeah, it's nice to see all the stations just lit up. And watch your frame rate die a bit. So we have Finchley Road and Frognal, West Hampstead, Brondesbury Park, Castle Rise, and then Willesden. Now crossing over the Midland Main Line onto St Pancras towards Bedford. And the station over there is West Hampstead Heath. And the station is West Hampstead, not Thamesink. Yeah, I'm hoping one day Montreal Powerhouse do like a 378 enhancement, which I don't think it would be that difficult because they sound like every other electrical star. Would be, yeah, definitely make money. Definitely make a lot of money with it because 278s, they are used quite a lot in London because you've got the Watford DC line, you've got the North London line, East London line, South London line, Goblin for a short period. So yeah, pretty much every London Overground route, except the ones out of Liverpool Street. So for the 378 you could have the London Overground livery, the original, you know, the one with the white and blue. And you can also have the new Adventurer one, which looks horrid. So coming up on West Hampstead. No, Brondesbury. Yeah, just get a bit mixed up with the stations. See, I think Dovetail definitely did a good job with the routes. I think the North London line is one of Dovetail's better routes. I'm just gonna find out when it was released. So North London Line and Goblin, which is this route, it was released on the 1st of March 2017. So this route is 5 years old. I think it holds up pretty well. It could do with some track side clutter like the wire troughs and more custom models. But other than that, it does hold up. Coming up on Barnsbury Park. So I can see the danger aspect just right around the corner. Slowly creeping up to it, which is not clear to a single yellow. So the next and final station we'll pass through will be Kensal Rise. This is Kensal Rise. Next station will be Willesden Junction, but we're going the low level to get into the depot, not the high level towards Richmond. So this is Castle Green Junction, where we come off the North London line, down towards the Watford DC line. So the line to the right is the North London line towards Clapham and Richmond. Also there's another freight wheel going off towards the far right, which connects with the West Coast Main Line. And we go left towards the low level. So this line is mostly used by ECS moves from Stratford to Willesden Depot. I think there used to be like one train a day from like the Goblin route or Woodgrange Park to Watford low level. Not Watford, Willesden low level. Not sure if it runs anymore. I'll have to check. It would also be nice if AP did something with the 172 that comes with the Goblin route, because the 172 on this, it's horrid. It's hard to drive. Oh, sorry for the frame rate. I don't know what's going on with it. Please change power modes from AC to DC so you can enter Willesden Junction low level. Okay, first thing we need to do is press this button down here. Pantograph down DC mode. Hold that for about 5 seconds. Like that, and then press set reset. So if I take a look outside, The pantograph has lowered. And we should be able to gently glide into Willesden. Obligatory police siren. And I think there was either the fire engine or an ambulance. One of the two. So on the top is Willesden Junction high level. And we're going into the low level platforms. Also, the reason for the fourth rail in the middle is because one of the DC route is also shared with the Bakerloo line, as far as what's it called? Harrow and Willesden. So gently approaching the buffers, don't want to collide with them. Shut down the cap, so versus off, metal light, tail light, headlights, DRA, instrument lights. And the cab is now shut down, so move to the other end and set the top just like before. Shut down this cab and move to the other end and stop at train care, arrival and departure. You may also need to tap the signal Whiskey Sierra 18 to gain access to the depot. Okay, so control tab because we're in the other end. So danger approved. Approved. Also, the thing about the 313 is that the marker light is not switched to J, they're on M. I guess M from marker. I think this was before AP had like a standard key mapping system. Well, I'm not sure in real life, but I'm not sure if Willesden Depot in real life has both third rail and virtually. The thing about this is that you have to change from AC to DC, then DC to AC. And I don't know where that virtually is going. Usual dovetailed stuff. Okay, because to go from DC to AC, you need to press this button over here. So 25 kilovolt AC, hold that down for about 5 seconds. So pantograph up 25 kilovolts. Like that, and then press set reset. So switch back to AC power and then stop at the east head shunt so you can reverse into the depot. Make sure all my oil junctions are set. So press set reset. And there we go, the photograph is now raised over here. Well, if the originally was actually in the right place. Thanks, Dovetail. And we can now continue on our merry way. you know, if we were actually going in the right place, it would help. So the line on the left is the Watford DC route towards Euston, and the line on the right is the West Coast Main Line to Euston. So bring the train to a controlled stop. And stop. So I shut down the cab. Cab is now shut down. Go to the other end. Push up a light, smack light, tail light. Oh yeah, if you're moving about in a yard, you only need marker lights, no headlight. Shut down the cab, move to the rear one, and stop at train care siding 2 to finish off with. So train care siding 2, which is this one. So switch, switch. So yeah, this is Willesden Depot, which I filled with 378s and 150s. So this is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed this run on the North London line with a PEP. So like the video if you're so inclined, subscribe for more chasing content. I think we're currently at 692 subscribers. It's not too long to get to 700. So thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next video. And also there's light things as well, like 2D. I guess Dovetail didn't really intend for you to drive in here. So arrival into Willesden Depot.